Hello, everyone. Uh, Stop this one here. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today, and thank you for joining me in this live webinar. I am Abdel Jabbar from Grandstream Support Team for North America. Before we get started, I would like to mention that this presentation or this session will be recorded and later posted on the Grandstream YouTube channel. During the presentation, if you have any questions, please feel free to submit them in the Q&A section in the bottom corner of your screen. And we will have some time at the end of this presentation to go over them. Obviously, we are here today to talk about how Grandstream products and solutions as well have evolved over the past few years and how you can switch from your older devices to our new current offering. So this is the agenda for today. In general, we will cover how you can smoothly transition to the new Grandstream ecosystem to take advantage of all the features and functionalities. And we will also highlight the major enhancements in the current offerings. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our first product, which is the GRP 2600 series. So the GXP 2100 series has always been the most popular Grandstream IP phones since it hit the market a few years ago because it offers many advanced telephony features, great usability, and multiple line support for an affordable and competitive price. And to continue improving the niche of enterprise IP phones, over the last couple of years, Grandstream has released the carrier-grade IP phones, GRP 2600 series, which is designed to include the same advanced features offered by the GXP 2100 series with enhanced performance to help improve the user experience and also increase the product reliability. And the driving force behind the new GRP 2600 series is to offer an IP phone that is easy to deploy and manage, especially for enterprises and service providers. And also for mass deployment and centralized management, the GRP series is supported by the Grandstream Cloud Provisioning Platform, GDMS, which provides a centralized interface to configure, provision, manage, and monitor deployments of Grandstream endpoints. And when it comes to transitioning from GXP 2100 series to GRP 2600 series, the models available for that category are GRP 2616, GRP 2614, GRP 2613, GRP 2612. And by the end of this month, we have two models that will hit the market, GRP 2624 and GRP 2634, which are intended to replace the GXP 2140 and GXP 2130 respectively. We are also seeing the same transition when it comes to the low-end IP phones. So for the basic IP phones GXP 1600 series replacement, we have released the GRP 260X series, which includes one major performance enhancements. In addition to the new sleek design, the essential IP phones of the GRP series provides a more powerful processor and the new jitter resilient algorithm and the faster boot time that is around 10 seconds. And this series currently includes four models: GRP 2601, GRP 2602, GRP 2603, and GRP 2604. These four models are designed to offer simple to use, efficient, and affordable desktop IP phones and easy to deploy by enterprises and service providers thanks to its support by GDMS. As you know, GXP 1600 series is not supported by GDMS, and it is possible that it will not be supported in the future since we are switching to the new GRP series. Some of the main features included in the GRP series are increased performance with doubled memory capacity, integrated dual band Wi-Fi on select models, replaceable faceplate for private label, a new GUI design with increased LCD refresh rate, and unified firmware and configuration template for all GRP 2600 series. And to learn more about the faceplate customization, you can watch the following video on the Grandstream YouTube channel that explains in details how the process works. So in addition to the main features that we just mentioned, there are other enhancements that have been added in the GRP series to increase reliability and improve usability of the phone. Some of these enhancements include dual firmware images, which basically means that the phone will always hold an integral firmware in case the running firmware gets corrupted. Also, the GRP phones that support Bluetooth have the latest Bluetooth version 5 compared to version 2 on the GXP2100 series. Besides, the GRP series now allow the use of either name-based config XML or P-code config XML. And despite the complete redesign of the GRP series, we have kept some stuff the same to make the transition smooth and seamless. And first, in terms of the price, the GRP series price is pretty much the same when compared to GXP2100 series. Actually, some GRP models have lower price than the lowest cost GXP2100 series. Along with that, the web interface of the GRP series is essentially identical to the GXP 2100, which the administrators and users are already familiar with. The next product for today is the UCM 6000 series, which has been a major upgrade with the release of UCM 6300, which is designed to offer scalable unified communication collaboration services, especially with the integration of the UCM Remote Connect service. As you might know, UCM Remote Connect is fully integrated with the Grandstream Device Management System, GDMS, plus many other enhancements that we will go into in the next slide. So when transitioning from the UCM 6200 to UCM 6300, you would notice that there is no difference in terms of the web interface configuration because both series interfaces are pretty much identical except for the added features on UCM 6300, such as remote connect configuration. This was done intentionally to make the transition smooth again and seamless. And in terms of the cost, despite the significant increase in call capacity in endpoints supported by UCM 6300, the cost differential between the UCM 6300 series and UCM 6200 series is fractional. Another thing, if you own a UCM 6200 and you want to migrate the existing configuration to a UCM 6300, you only need to contact the Grandstream support and provide the backup so that we can convert it for you. Currently, there is no tool that is available online that you can use for that purpose. And another thing, it's important to note that the backup should be taken from a UCM 6200 that is running the latest firmware version. In terms of the improvements added to the UCM 6300, we have UCM Remote Connect, which is designed to allow remote users to securely register and connect to the enterprise UCM. And as you know, UCM Remote Connect is fully integrated with the new Grandstream Wave app and WebRTC Wave web application or Wave client that you can install on your Windows. And you can use that application to schedule and join meetings as well as the capability of chat. And this is in addition to cloud storage for backup, recording, and more, uh, and some of other features as well that you can use with that remote connect. While the UCM 6200 runs on Asterisk 13, the UCM 6300 is built on Asterisk 16, which has added improvement to SIP call handling and video conferencing performance. Also, UCM 6300 has increased the size of memory, especially flash memory, and it uses a more powerful processor compared to UCM 6200. Automated firewall NAT traversal has been added to allow users to communicate remotely from external networks without complicated firewall configuration. And in sum, the motive, again, behind UCM 6300 release is to offer a solution that includes both unified communication and collaboration services. So users can connect to the UCM using the Wave Web, Wave app, or a desktop IP phone. And using the Wave Web or Wave app, users can schedule and join meetings with screen sharing, make calls, and chat as well. So, as you know, Grandstream has been one of the largest manufacturers of ATAs in the world and has a comprehensive portfolio of FXS and FXO gateways, or ATAs. And over the last few years, we have released the new HT800 series that has a compact and modern design with some additional improvements that we'll go into in the next slide. And the current ATA portfolio offers 1 to 8 FXS ports, and for high density, you will need to have an FXS gateway such as the GXW4200. So the most significant improvement in the HT800 series is the ability to configure, provision, and monitor the devices through GDMS with plug-and-play capabilities. Uh, you just need to create a configuration preset for the device on GDMS and ship the device to the customer without the need to unbox the unit and pre-configure it. Also, HT800 series comes with an increased size of memory, which allows adding more features and functionalities to it. If you use the HT800 series, you will notice that it includes more added features that are not available or that were not available on the HT700 and 500 series, and we kept the configuration web interface identical to make the transition again smooth and seamless. And besides, the HT models that supports routing uses gigabit ports instead of 100 megabits on the HT700 and 500 series. So when it comes to cordless IP phones that Grandstream offers, we have the DECT series and the Wi-Fi series. DECT phones have been known for providing a good quality, but the DECT technology was, because the DECT technology was uh, specifically designed for voice communication. And it is actually a perfect solution for like a small office with just few users. However, the challenge with DECT technology arises when you need to cover a large area or serve multiple users, let's say hundreds of users or tens or dozens of users. And because in this case, you will need to, like when using DECT phones, you will need to install repeaters and add more base stations. And in general, DECT is known for the limited number of handsets that you can use with a base station and within a specific area because of the limited number of frequencies available on the DECT signal. On the other hand, we have the Wi-Fi cordless phones, which are gaining more popularity because they are easier to deploy than DECT phones. And you simply connect them to Wi-Fi with no need for any base stations or additional pieces of hardware. and the range can extend as much as the Wi-Fi signal can reach, and especially when there is roaming, the range can extend to all the area covered by the access points. Another attraction of Wi-Fi cordless phones is the fact that Wi-Fi technology is constantly improving, which will have a positive impact on voice communication over Wi-Fi. So currently, Grandstream has two Wi-Fi cordless phones, WP820 and WP810, and very soon we will have some models added to the Wi-Fi cordless family. And the main attraction again of Wi-Fi cordless phones is that there is no cell limitations per given area. You can deploy as many Wi-Fi phones as your wireless network can handle, and there is no need for hardware accessories to deploy Wi-Fi phones, which potentially reduces any costs related to new hardware purchase or maintenance. For WP820, it supports Bluetooth to pair it with a speaker or a headset for audio input and output. And both WP820 and WP810 come with a push-to-talk button for paging over SIP or multicast, which allows the paging to work with other devices, including third-party devices that support multicast paging. In addition, the WP800 series supports the deployment service that is designed for mass deployment of WP800 handsets. And of course, WP800 series is supported by GDMS for remote management, configuration, and monitoring. And to learn more about GDMS, you can watch this video guide on the Grandstream YouTube channel that explains the ins and outs of GDMS. In the networking segment, the Grandstream access points are seeing a transition towards a second generation of access points that are designed to provide increased speed and higher data rates to meet the demands of the applications that require higher throughput and to accommodate users uh, in a high density wireless environment. So the new generation of the GWN access points include GWN7615, GWN7630, GWN7630LR, GWN7605, and GWN7605LR, and GWN7660, which will hit the market by the end of this month. And the exciting part about GWN7660 is that it will be the first model to support Wi-Fi 6, which will include many enhancements to improve the efficiency of wireless communication. And most of the new models use the multi-user MIMO technology together with beamforming to increase the wireless network capacity and efficiency. And the enterprise category of GWN access points, such as GWN 7630 and 7630LR, have more spatial streams, up to 4 spatial streams, plus fast and easy provisioning and management thanks to a built-in controller and support for management through GWN Cloud. So the major enhancements included in the second generation of GWN access points, first the release of the first model that will support Wi-Fi 6. We did a technical webinar about the technological enhancements included in Wi-Fi 6. You can always go to the Grandstream YouTube channel and watch the recording for that webinar. So with the use of multi-user MIMO, beamforming, and more spatial streams, the throughput has increased on all the access points. And as I mentioned, all enterprise category of access points have 3 or 4 spatial streams. We also added the support for WPA3, which adds more security to your wireless communication, and the support for Hotspot 2.0, which is a wireless standard designed to allow users to to securely connect to Passpoint certified public Wi-Fi. That's basically what they call it. And essentially it allows the Hotspot 2.0 capable devices to connect automatically to available public hotspots. Maybe in the future we're going to host a webinar about this technology because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Hotspot 2.0. So over the last couple of years, Grandstream has added to its portfolio the GSC3500 series for SIP, paging, and intercom that can be easily integrated with any VoIP system that uses SIP. And traditionally, you would see businesses, schools, warehouses use analog paging systems, which are costly and not easy to deploy and might cause interoperability issues because of their proprietary design. And with the SIP paging and intercom devices such as the GSC3500 series, you will be able to integrate them easily with the VoIP infrastructure you already have in place and lower the installation and deployment costs associated with that. So compared to the complexity and cost of wiring analog paging systems, GSC3500 has built-in Wi-Fi, which makes its deployment very flexible. It supports both SIP-based paging and multicast paging, which makes it integrate easily with third-party devices and platforms that support paging over multicast. Plus, it supports PoE, both standards 802.3AF and 802.3AT. You can also use the built-in Bluetooth to pair it with other devices and use it as a speaker. For the GSC3510, because it's an intercom device, it has a built-in microphone. And for easy and remote management, it is supported by GDMS. So Grandstream has expanded its collaboration portfolio with the GUV 3000 headsets, which are designed to be fully compatible with Grandstream IP phones that support audio input, output through USB, such as GRP series of IP phones, GXV series of IP phones, and soon, I believe, uh, some models on the GXP 2100 would also support the GUV headset. And for audio functionality, GUV headsets are compatible with all major third-party communication platforms, applications on soft phones, as well as Grandstream, IP video talk meetings, and Wave app. For Bluetooth connection, we have GUV 3050 or 3050, which is shown here in the slide. It supports Bluetooth version 4.2, and it comes with the USB dongle to use with USB devices that may not support Bluetooth. So this is it for this presentation. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to submit them in the chat group or the Q&A section. Let's see if we have any. Yeah, so as Danny mentioned, converting backups like UCM6200 backups to UCM6300 backups, the dev team is currently working on developing a new tool that would allow you to do that yourself without submitting a ticket and adding the backup. William is asking, can we play music through the GSC 3500 without, I believe you have to use an RTSP server so you can stream music through the GSC 3500. Siddhartha is asking, can I upgrade UCM 6200 to UCM 6300? I mean, you can, but you just need to convert the backup of UCM 6200 to 6300. And as I mentioned, for now, you need to submit a ticket with Grandstream support so we can convert the backup to be compatible with UCM 6300. William, concerning the RTSP on GSC3500, if you're experiencing issues, I suggest you open a ticket with Grandstream support. So we might look at your configuration and possibly provide some suggestion on how to implement it on the GSC 3500. So this is it for today's webinar. Thank you guys for attending this webinar, and I'll see you in one of the next webinars this month. And have a great day. Thank you.